Hey, it's Jack from Jack Gately Real Estate in the Online Real Estate Academy, and we're here to look at the Massachusetts single-family home update for September. And as always, we start with price. For the second month in a row, we saw the single-family home average price dip just a little bit here in Massachusetts from a high of this summer at $879 to this month at $829. Remember, these are August numbers reported in September. And still, year over year, we are looking from last August, a positive number on this growth of $41,000. So year over year, prices are still up $41,000 on average. Now, during this time, we have seen interest rates drop a lot. And if you go to the Mortgage News Daily and look at the 30-year fixed chart over the last 12 months, you'll see we are now at the lowest number for 30-year fixed mortgages in the last 12 months. So we're at a 12-month low at like 6.11. Now we have the very important Fed rate announcement, but there's a lot of speculation that no matter what the Fed announces today, that's already kind of priced into the market. But there is something very interesting going on with inventory. At the beginning of the month, as we track inventory numbers on the beginning of the month, we had 4,600 homes for sale statewide at the beginning of the month, which is, on the higher end of what we've been seeing recently, but a little bit of dip, which is not unusual at this time of year, to see a little bit of a dip in that number. But as of today, 9/18, when I'm making this video, that number has exploded to 5,600 homes in 18 days. That's extraordinary. Usually we always check on the day that we make the video, but we usually don't see that many homes as a differential. Maybe a couple of hundred one way or the other, but basically it's 1,000 extra homes within almost 2.5 weeks or so. That's alarming, startling. We're going to have to keep a really close eye to figure out what that means. But that's a big increase in inventory in 2.5 weeks. Sellers continue to get list price or maybe just a teeny bit higher. Your sales price to original list price ratio is 101%. So again, just a quick explanation. If you listed it for $100,000, you sold it for $101,000. So that's not really huge bidding wars, although it could be for some particular properties. But if you want to win that bid, if it's $500,000, you probably want to bid a little bit more in order to get that house. And of course, each property is different. Days to offer is 3 weeks. So remember, the lowest that this number can be statistically is like 10. So 3 weeks from when you list your house to you accept the offer. Add another 6 weeks on top of that. From you list it to when you actually move, 9-10 weeks on average. 9 or 10 weeks on average. Remember, the sales process is about 6 weeks from when you accept the offer to when you actually close. A lot of variation in that. You can do it in less, and you can do it in more for that matter as well. But from when you list it to when you accept an offer, 3 weeks. So give your house a little time to breathe. If you don't sell it in the first 2 or 3 days, don't flip out. I want to go back to this Mortgage News Daily chart to show you again how interest rates have fallen a lot. I thought they were going to go up, but they've been going down. I was wrong about that. But aside from that, as interest rates have really fallen, especially over the last 35, 45 days, we are now seeing, according to these inventory numbers, which are preliminary, a big boost in inventory. There does seem to be some type of correlation. I know cause is not correlation. I know. But there does seem to be some type of correlation between low interest rates and this sudden surge of inventory that's now on the market. As I said, there are 1,000 homes more on the market. We were at 4,600, now we're at 5,600 today. Then, 1,000 homes over the course of 2.5 weeks. That is news, and it does seem to correspond Now, that doesn't necessarily mean it's the cause, but it does seem to correspond with the decline in interest rates that we've had over the last several weeks. We'll have to keep a very close eye on that. So obviously we'll have to take a look at what the Fed says today about interest rates, but that also reveals how ridiculous it is that we have some very smart people in Washington, D.C. looking into some like central planning crystal ball to set interest rates rather than have the billions of decisions that are represented by the marketplace. Why don't we have the marketplace set interest rates rather than a bunch of central bankers? But that's a topic for a different video. Until next month, I'm Jack from Jack Haley Real Estate and the Online Real Estate Academy. Have a great day. Bye-bye.